I can tell you something from experience. When you spot a trend, don't ignore it. It doesn't mean you have to copy it. It doesn't mean that you have to fall in line with it. It doesn't mean that you have to do what everyone else is doing in response to it, but you better have a strategy when you spot a trend. I've lived through so many different trends over the years in business, from the growth of cable television to the decline of print newspapers and print publications to all kinds of real-time information, and that becoming something that became the norm, and then merging on the web, and so many different things happening over the years. And every single time a trend developed, it was something that developed momentum, and it began to carry an industry in a new direction. And there would be people out there who would adopt different practices as a result of those trends, and they would realize that there were opportunities in doing so. There were very expensive tools on Wall Street, for example, that people would buy solely because the tool enabled them to communicate with other people on other trading desks in their market. And this was a trend that made people buy these expensive products, in addition, of course, to the real-time information. And then there was bundling that was going on, and people would buy these products because of bundling and so forth. And I've seen people in industries, companies in industries, ignore these kinds of trends to their peril. So when there's a trend in the marketplace, what you have to identify is this something that I want to immediately respond to, or is this something that I need to develop a better strategy in response to? But it certainly is not something to just observe and think it's going to go away, or to wish that it didn't exist, or to say, wow, isn't this interesting that other people do this? Because your competitors are going to eat your lunch, you're going to have declining revenues, and you are going to find yourself going down a path that is not going to be productive for you, because you ignored something that was obvious to others, and then you stuck your head in the sand like an ostrich, or wherever an ostrich puts their head. But you did that, and you essentially did not respond to something that was tangible data, tangible information that you needed to respond to. So don't ignore trends. I'm sharing trends with my clients these days to help them understand that these are things that we have to address. We have to figure out how do we address them. And once we can address them and we have a solution, or at least a strategy on how to address them, then we can move forward and we can make some progress. What are the trends in your market? How are you going to respond to them? And when are you going to respond to them? And what is your goal in terms of responding to these trends? How will your response to these trends enable you to solve and address bigger problems for your clients in the market? If you like this tip, give me a thumbs up, let me know that you liked it, share it with someone in your network. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, because there's a lot more coming. I will see you next time.